All right, so Friday. Let's look at what happened Friday. Friday we had an outside session. We made new all-time highs at the beginning. Well, we were on the overnight session. We were already trading at all-time highs, and then immediately we started selling, retesting the previous range. And then remember I mentioned that if we fail to hold, then we're likely going to see the bottom of this range. I didn't think we were going to get all the way to the bottom in one session, but this market keeps doing what is not priced in as far as options go. So it looks like it respects more the market structure than the options, what the options are pricing lately. So market structure, market auction theory says that if you fail to break above a range, then look to test the other side of the range. And then, you know, we got all that in one session pretty quickly. Like, it looked pretty bearish at the beginning of the day. We broke the previous session low, but then we found buyers. We couldn't even test this point of control from what day is this? From Wednesday. And then we came back above the 70 and close right in the middle at the top side of value for that session. So now we have this spike down. We have single prints, right? Because we have one 30-minute period that ended up here. Second, B period ended up here, and then C period down here. So we have all these sets of single prints. We're opening about halfway into this, well, maybe 2/3 above this single prints. And we have a bullish imbalance in the overnight session profile. So you can see that it's the P-shaped profile. It's lacking the access to the upside, which if you do a little bit of a projection to have this profile balance, it'll bring us back to this cleaning up those single prints. So it seems like this market is wanting to retest this August high and retest the previous week's high. We're holding above the 6,500 for now, but value is down here, right? So what I'm gonna be looking for is, do we come back inside Friday's value, or do we hold above it, right? Do we test Friday's value area high and then stay either balancing in this area, right, which is a possibility, overlapping value, or staying in this big value area, or do we break above and then retest these highs and then continue grinding higher? We have this 3 untested previous target that were from bullish imbalances that we have throughout this week's, and now the call wall, as far as options goes, moved higher, moved up to 6608. So I'm gonna be looking first. Do we come back inside value? If we do, then there's the usual rule that says that getting back inside value tests. There's a high probability chance that we test value area low. Now, if we get below value, then I'm looking for a retest of value of Wednesday, and in that case, looking to take this, test this point of control at 6450 and then value area low. And then if you look at this to the right, you see that this is a very low volume node that is going to act as support. If we break below it, what I want to see is breaking below it, failing to hold below it, and then move back to 6470. That's a good risk reward trade. But if we get below that and hold below that, then I have it balance target at 64.18, which is from this session, right? Because this session is it's a bearish imbalance. It's a B-shaped profile, so that imbalance gets repaired if we get back to 64.18. So that's it for yes. Today's Monday, so we could have just a balancing day. So I'm not gonna be in a hurry to trade today. I'm gonna wait to see how this day wants to, what they want to do. NQ didn't make new all-time highs yet. It was lagging, but if you look at this, you know, we're back. This remember this profile last week's, it was looking a little uglier, and now it's looking a little more balanced. You know, this distribution is looking nicer than before. But as far as today, I'm looking for a similar scenario, right? Like looking at Friday's value, do we accept inside value? And you know, there's a big magnet here, 23,600 on NQ, but breaking above the spike from Friday, then I'm gonna look for a move to 23,935-ish, which is this high volume node, and then from there see if we can make new all-time highs. All right, crude. Crude had a nice down day the other day. Remember the other day I had mentioned this, you know, that there was really no support until this 60 area. We did get find some buyers here and trade it back to where the volume is. So this, you know, as I mentioned, also this is a big magnet. So any failed attempts to break below are gonna bring us back to this area. So in my opinion, this is a fade the edges environment for crude. Short around this area, long about this area, always back to the 63 area. As long as this keeps, we don't keep shifting value lower or higher. So far this is the big magnets. And gold is non-stop, keep still new highs. I haven't made a projection higher just because this is like, it doesn't seem to be accepting anywhere. It's just like keeps going and going. So 3600 now, it's a key area to watch. Holding above it, we could keep seeing squeeze higher. I mean, they're just buying they're not letting this thing go down at all. Look at this. Like, since we tested here this 3360, look, it hasn't stopped. Had half a day that looked lower, and then it keeps going. So not looking for any shorts at the moment for gold. All right, so we have 2 weeks left in this contract on ES. That means that we have rollovers and 11 days, right? So then September 19th, I believe, is the last day. That's options expiration. And futures rollover. So we're gonna start seeing some rollover activity coming up soon. So it could get choppy. And we also have, as far as economic news, we have PPI on Wednesday. And we have CPI and jobless claims on Thursday. And then we have the FOMC on the 17th, which is next Wednesday. So, you know, right now the market is, you know, volatility is very low. I don't think traders are expecting much until options expiration, but we'll see if any news come in or anything that could change what's going on, this slow grinding higher. So far that's what we're getting. All right, good luck.